One thing I notice about Western women is they're misrepresenting what submitting means. You're not becoming a slave with no say. You're just allowing the man to lead.
He's totally right, man. Submitting doesn't mean being a slave. There was a lady who was dating an NFL player, and she went through her day of helping him. She went through her entire day of cooking his food, making his clothes, cleaning the bed, doing stuff at home to take care of the home, make sure everything runs smoothly. And all the comments were like, slave, terrible person, I never do that. And I was thinking, if you'll never do that for your man, and you'll never go out there and try to help him and just do it out of love, that's probably why all of them were single, and she was the one dating the NFL player. I want to know. I want to know the psychology of cheating. Like, what is the actual reason for cheating, genuinely? Because honestly, if you're a decent human being, if you want to be with someone else, just break up with the person you're with, because obviously you're not ready for a relationship if you want to be with someone else that bad. And of course, there'll be temptations always to be with someone else. But you made a commitment and a decision to be with one person. Why? And some really sick people get enjoyment out of it. Like, they get some sick enjoyment. The more I see stuff like this, the more I'm chilling to live in peace, bro. Being with a psycho, crazy, vindictive person who's toxic is much worse than just being by yourself and in peace and focusing on yourself.
Out of complete curiosity, when you girls post these videos, getting thirst traps, see all the comments of guys and girls saying beautiful, do you realize that 90% of the comments are little 12-year-old boys and old men, just like Harold? Just curious if that plays into your self-esteem.
Yeah, bro, like, people will go online for validation from people they'll never see in their lives. People will put their whole lives, their whole bodies, everything online to get some validation from Johnny B2 in Backwater, Kentucky, who's 12 years old, or Uncle Bob, who's 77, who you'll never see in your life. It's actually really sad. I see people put stuff on social media and it looks like a drug to me. Sometimes they look like drug addicts, where they go and they just keep fishing for compliments, fishing for validation. It's literally sick. It's crazy. I mean, he's right, but that's not the reason why we should be doing this. We should be doing this to focus on ourselves and improve ourselves, our finances, our bodies, and our lives, and our happiness and our peace. I'm so happy seeing that more and more men are realizing life isn't about intimate romantic relationships all the time. That's not what makes you happy in life. Because I guarantee you, when you get it, it's not going to satisfy you. Most things in this world do not satisfy you, no matter what it is. If you get a relationship, it's going to be nice, then you get used to it. Once you become a millionaire, it's gonna be nice, but you're gonna get used to it. Most things in life don't really fulfill you that well. You have to find that inner peace, that inner happiness first.
There's a football player, Brian Banks. He spent 5 years in jail. The woman who accused him of lied about it. She got $2 million in some sort of settlement or something, blah, or whatever. Then she was found out to be lying. Video evidence proof her confessing that she made the entire thing up. Has she served 1 day in jail? Nope. So when they lock your son up, take his rights, ruin his life, not his, because once that's out there, it's there forever. It never goes away. No. And
I
then
raised my son right. I don't think my son would ever be in that situation. I'm just saying.
I want you guys to understand what she just said. I raised my son right. I don't think he'd ever be involved in that situation. You mean involved with a vindictive, lying woman?
Yeah.
Do you live in the United States of America?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's just being delusional. This happens all the time. The worst part is the court of public opinion is so powerful that if someone just says it, they believe it. If someone just makes an accusation, they believe it. Even if they have evidence proof that man lost part of his life for this, millions of dollars, and she didn't serve a day in jail. There has to be some sort of law changed here. This is literally just like the witch trials. The witch trials back in the day when people used to say you're a witch and just burn you at the stake. This is the same exact thing because back in the day, you didn't really need evidence. You just accuse them and they're gone. Same thing here today. You accuse someone, their life is ruined. We need to figure out a way to stop this. I'm surprised society hasn't grown past this yet.
What's up?
What you on, man?
With the hoes, man. I'm with the hoes.
Stop lying.
Nah, there's nobody here. It's just
The fuck?
I was at
What
the
you
bar.
doing, man?
I'm at the bar by myself.
Yeah, man, honestly, it's lonely at the top, man. Like, I know this is just a joke, but it really is lonely at the top, man. Once you get to a certain point, it gets hard to figure out who really wants you for you and who wants you just for your status or your money.
Yeah, that was your last straw. I ain't gonna cap. You are cut the fuck off.
Yeah, man, that's disgusting. Hopefully that wasn't a first impression, too. Because if it was, wow. You don't even care, you have no respect for yourself to have someone else in your car like that? I don't even let people get into my room if it's dirty, bro. I don't even let them in, especially my car. Nah, man, you gotta get your life together before you do this stuff, man. Nah, man, it's not to play.
I had a guy and he wouldn't date me. Pissed me off, so I married his best friend.
Wait, so stop for a second. You met a guy, he wouldn't date you, so you married his best friend. How did all this work out?
Yeah, I was dating this the cutest guy in like our brigade, and I was like, he's the one I want. So when he didn't want me back, I got close to his best friend, who was also very attractive, and I convinced him, you know, we're dating, so marriage is like basically the same thing, but we would get to live off post, and I kind of convinced him to go to Starbucks with me and sign some papers. I didn't tell my dad or nobody. And,
no way.
Yeah, until I got divorced. And then
yeah, this woman's a psycho. 100%. You're gonna marry someone and basically be with them forever and almost ruin someone else's life just because of some guy didn't like you? Like I always say, most people do not need a relationship. They need a therapist. They need help. They need Jesus. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, now that women have so many options, it's like option overload. It's almost impossible to just have one person because there's just so many options out there. It's actually insane. As a guy, just imagine if in your DMs you had about 150 people messaging you. You had about 50 people in your Tinder, and they're all different calibers of men, different levels. It's literally like going to a candy store, and too much candy is always bad for you. So you're gonna look at one guy and be like, oh dang, he looks cool, but he's a doctor. But he's an astronaut, and they're gonna have so many calibers of men. It's just like, literally, it's almost impossible to juggle all of it. Which begs the question, how do people have time for this? Like, genuinely, how do some women have time to juggle like 15 people? I guess it's fun for them, but like, how do you have that much time? Like, I can't imagine spending that much time with so many different people, bro. It's crazy.
Hey there, looks like someone's in shape.
Becky? I barely recognized you.
I try to be like you, but I love carbs.
You actually need carbs. It's quite alright to eat some.
You should train me sometime.
Sure, here's my business card.
You won't do it for free? We go way back. I thought you were nice.
I'm still nice. It's just my job.
All those muscles and no manners.
Don't know if this is true or not, or this happens a lot, but if it does, then reality's gonna hit him hard.
What is your best experience with a guy in bed?
What is? Like, what happened?
What happened?
Into the future. What happened? Okay. What was with him? And
Yeah, you gotta break up with her ASAP Rocky. If you think that's funny, that's not funny. Just absolute disrespect. Just like, you can't have someone who disrespects you like that and continue to be around them. You deserve better than that, man. You gotta leave. That's not funny. Hey, man. To all the people who date criminals, this is exactly what's happening.
Why do you think women get paid less than men for the same jobs?
Girls don't work as hard as the boys.
You smart.
What are they doing instead of working hard?
Doing other stuff.
Matter of fact, you a genius.
Like what kind of other stuff?
Texting and running on the track.
I appreciate that.
Well, okay, wow, that's crazy. I don't know what to say. I mean,